What's up, everyone? It's Nick, and I actually am here to talk about baseball, but I gotta wear my Giants jersey because the Giants finally won a game. My team is no longer winless. Let's go. But next video, I actually plan to cover football. I just wanted to catch up with baseball because I haven't talked about that in a while. So before we begin, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell because that's the best way to show your support. Now let's cue that intro. So, first things first, the Astros lost. Although, I would be so much happier about this if it was against a team that I don't hate too, because I hate the Rays too. That's the only thing that sucks about this. But the Astros are done. I can at least be happy about that, right? And I want to make fun of Jose Altuve more, but unfortunately, he actually did really well in this postseason. Because I got to rip him apart in my last video, but it's kind of hard to now because, like, those postseason numbers there, like, oh, wow. Like, he just did a total 180 because he sure did suck in the regular season. And Carlos Correa, too. Say what you want about the guy, and I don't like him at all myself, but as much of a scumbag as he is, he does back up his talk. He certainly did in the playoffs. As much as I don't like the team, I can at least give credit when it's due. And his ALCS stats, according to Baseball Reference, weren't all that great, although he did have that walk-off home run, and he did go 3 for 5 in Game 6. I'm not sure what the advanced metrics will say for a whole series. I can only see what they will say for an entire playoff run, and just for the entire 2020 playoffs, okay, Carlos Correa actually did well, so it's not really much I can say about him anyways, aside from the fact that I don't like his persona. But even though I did just applaud those two guys for how they did in the playoffs, sorry, I don't speak Spanish, I just had to look this up, so ustedes todavía son tramposos. Now, I didn't really get to make fun of George Springer in my last video because he was on a hot streak at the time I made that video. And yeah, those postseason numbers kind of make it harder. His ALCS numbers aren't looking too good though, so okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just pull up this Michael Jordan meme again. I may as well, right? Alex Bregman. Like I said in my last video, the guy I wanted to root for the most and was the most disappointed in for cheating. Looking at this, okay, now we're talking. Yuli Gurriel too, although with the exception of the 2017 World Series, the 2019 ALDS, and World Series, he is a historically bad postseason hitter, and damn, this year is no exception. Astros are done. Michael Brantley and George Springer are set to be free agents. Let's go. My God, I hate those Astros. I didn't think I'd hate anyone as much as the Red Sox, but the Astros are right there now. They've been right there since the cheating scandal happened. Alright, I'll just talk about my Yankees quickly. Now, I'm just hoping they do better next season because, man, this year was such a disappointment. I'm not expecting a major overhaul. Sure, I'd like some upgrades, but I'll be realistic. I'm not really thinking that it's going to happen. I just will say though, re-sign DJ LeMahieu. Give him whatever he asks for. Although about the playoff series against the Rays, what the hell were you doing pinch hitting Mike Ford in a do or die postseason game? You wanted a lefty versus righty matchup? Stop. Really? I just want a guy who can hit, period. If you were to pinch hit Clint Frazier in that situation, I wouldn't be mad at the front office for telling Aaron Boone to do it, or if Aaron Boone did it himself, I wouldn't be mad at him. But Mike Ford, this guy is trash. He does have a cute dog though, and I had a golden retriever growing up, so yeah, I have a soft spot for golden retrievers, but baseball wise, yeah, the dude is just absolute trash, and he should not be pinch hitting, or he shouldn't even smell the field in a do or die postseason game, or any postseason game, period. And that game 2 pitching strategy, also stupid. Like, you guys are better than that. Like, why did you decide? Like, what is with that logic? Now, when Aaron Judge bumped his head on the top of the wall in Game 5, I've been to Petco Park before. Absolutely love it. It's got to be one of the top 5 ballparks in Major League Baseball. However, if I have to complain about anything at all, That's my one complaint. Why is that thing even necessary? But I wouldn't just blame that on why the Yankees lost, as much as that thing did bother me, and I actually didn't even know that thing existed until Game 5. Garrett Cole, though, I really do love the guy, and he's been worth every penny. He's been pitching like that ace that the Yankees paid him all that money for. I mean, sure, against the Rays in Game 1, he wasn't at his best, but he really battled. Game 5, that certainly was not his fault at all. Aroldis Chapman blowing another postseason game, though, and the series with one pitch, though. I love the guy, but yeah, the second year in a row, yeah, that's disappointing. Speaking of the offense, what's really strange to me is the fact that the Yankees actually had a better offensive output than the Rays in these 5 games. I'll show the stats right here. Except they didn't get those timely hits, and yeah, it was more of a pitching thing outside of when Garrett Cole was pitching. Playoff Tanaka, unfortunately, just seems to be a thing of the past now, and his future with the team is uncertain as his contract ends this year. I've heard a lot of talk about bringing Paxton back, but not Tanaka. I've heard more of that than the other way around, so whatever happens, it sucks that it had to end this way if this is the end for Tanaka and Pinstripes, but if not, okay, well, I mean, as long as it's cheap. If it is the end, though, like, it was a nice run. I mean, sure, not worth every penny. He may have been a little overpaid, but at least for a while, Playoff Tanaka was a very real thing. But anyways, I didn't really intend to make this video about the Yankees. I just wanted to vent a little bit, and I guess rightfully so, right? Because I'm a Yankees fan and I'm not happy with them right now. Now, because I hate both the Rays and the Astros, I actually didn't watch a single ALCS game, just out of hatred for both teams. But I do have to give credit when it's due. The Rays having the lowest payroll in Major League Baseball and getting to the World Series, as much as I hate them, credit is due. That's incredible. As much as I hate Kevin Cash, I gotta admit he's a great manager, just not a great guy at all. And Randy Arozarena, that dude's a stud. But onto the NLCS. I did watch the NLCS. Well, I was sleeping during Game 6, but Game 7 I did actually watch, and that was quite a nail biter. And if I was really a fan of either team, I think I would have been holding my breath for most of the game, and I'm pulling for the Dodgers right now. How about we make it 2 championship for Kobe? How's that? I gotta admit though, I thought that the Dodgers were done when they went down 3-1, but the Braves blew a 3-1 lead. I guess they know what it's like to be on the Clippers, right? Or Braves fans, I guess you know what being a Clippers fan is like now. Now, Corey Seager, NLCS MVP. 5 home runs, 11 RBIs throughout the whole series. Both of those are in NLCS records. Cody Bellinger, while he wasn't even close to being in MVP form during the regular season, he had a great NLDS. Not so much in the CS, but how about that home run he hit in Game 7? And oh, Game 5, Will Smith hits a home run off of Will Smith. How about that, right? And also got to thank the Dodgers so much. Thank you so much for getting Mookie Betts off the Red Sox. I mean, the Red Sox had to trade him anyways, but thank you for getting him out of the AL East. Thank you so much. Now for the World Series, you know, like I said, let's go Dodgers. Let's make it 2 for Kobe. I'm pulling for you as a Yankee fan. Last time the Dodgers won the World Series was 1988. My parents haven't met yet, so obviously I wasn't born yet at the time. And fun fact, the last time the Dodgers won the World Series, the Lakers won the NBA Finals too, so how about it's a repeat of 1988, except back then there was no pandemic. That's the only difference, right? And also, of course, the players and the coaching staff, like all that's different too, obviously. But anyways, that's the end of this video. Please make sure to leave a like and hit the notification bell button and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you next time.